Alright, I'm back. Let's continue. Oh, wait, seriously? Oh, Jesus. I think some allergies might have kicked in. I think I'm fine for now, though. Like his sister Tiamat, Vitra is possessed of a gentle soul. I'm glad they're on our side. Yeah. The color of joy. Archon Loaf. The attendant was kind enough to give me directions to the High Crucible. First, let us return to the mulberry orchard. Yeah. Right. The city's so big, I almost thought I was outside and could use a fucking... You know. Wait, there could be... No, not really. Thought I could use a mount, but no. Right as I get back, too. Still gonna be going for 2 hours. I better switch it out now or regret it later at the worst time or something. 95%. Oh, main scenario Endwalker 1. So I'm guessing they made a trophy for each, like they probably sectioned off the game into multiple parts for the trophies, I'm guessing. I'm 5% away from getting the part 1 done, I guess, or whatever. A little trophy tracker on the PS5. I understand the mulberries are for the silkworms, grown a stone's throw away from the satrap's residence. It gives it this quintessential Thavnarian flair, don't you think? I have no idea what you're talking about, I'll be honest. Not really sure how it does, because I'm not really sure what the worms are for or anything. From here, we're supposed to follow the path left and past the mulberries. Just checking. The word used apparently means bind in the local tongue, and this district is so named because it connects all others in the city. If we managed to come this far, we shouldn't have trouble finding the High Crucible, or so I was told. Where the street turns, enter the door straight ahead, then descend the steps. I thought the Crystarium was confusing, but it doesn't compare to Razatan. The architecture and decorations make it even harder to get your bearings. Yeah. This place is really confusing. Anyway, let's see where this door takes us. I really like Alfino's new look with the sage gear. Really cool. Whew, seems we're on the right track. And here is the Aetheryte Plaza. So far so good, and there isn't much further to go. From here, we just need to cross to the other side of the hall, and pass through the larger of 2 doorways. The High Crucible lies beyond. I suspect the others have already collected the warding scales. Come, let us join them. Place doesn't have as much hustle and bustle as I thought it would. I guess this is not the spot I was envisioning it to be. According to the message on the base, this Aetheryte has been temporarily disabled. Reminds me of Yulmore all over again. Oh, never mind. I think this is the place. Expanding House of Splendors. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so I did get it. I love the two major towns. Actually, yeah, there's a collectible appraiser, yeah. Script exchange. Alright. So this might be all... I'm getting too far off track. Be all crafting and gathering stuff here. Hey! What are you two giga-chads up to? Though this land hath been afforded a respite, in turmoil do many others languish still. Our work is far from finished. You took your time. Got turned around, I take it? I love how they're saying lines from the trailer. It's like you stole a bit at the, what was it? The forum. I crucible of all Kimia. Wow. What an immense laboratory. How many such places were enlisted to help forge the warding scales, I wonder? The students have previously turned to Razat Khan's alchemist for help with the analysis of various artifacts. That is how I became acquainted with Nidhana. I'm glad we could rescue her and pray she makes a full recovery. Yeah, she fared better than Tesleen, didn't she? I'm quite well now, I assure you. As they say, the stronger the taste and stranger the color, the more effective the remedy. With my body trying to replenish the ether I spent, however, I'm feeling rather famished. I think a sampling of the local delicacies is in order. Hamza Cuisine could be a good place to start, perhaps? Oh, hell yeah, let's eat! I'm down. Excellent. You're on time to hear the latest good news. Thank God. Finally some good news. We're kind of due for a break. As I heard it, after you defeated Nidhogg, his scales found their way into the hands of the Firmament's artisans. Yeah? Steeped in power as they are, it's no surprise that they were coveted. Still, it is a strange legacy for the vengeful worm. It is, actually. We're last, of course, but at least we found the place. Yeah. God, the music here is so sad.
These are the talismans we were promised.
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for. Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires, just as we did with the Tower of Zot.
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper, and strike directly at the Telophoroid's base of operations.
Oh shit, you stole without thinking him. She's going big.
Of course, we would need to consult with various Alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated. To which end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties.
I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
We shall share the burden then. Meanwhile, I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Count on me, Stola.
Please, I must speak with you.
What's up, Nidana?
Nidana? You're awake?
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption. It seems I've been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come. As you said, Nidana was captured only recently. Such a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
Good work.
And I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough. All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You've saved Thavnair from an awful fate.
Yet who hath truly saved whom? Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy. Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
The talisman? Is this true?
It's your hard work right there, Nidana.
Oh, I was so groggy from sleep. I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas. It was worth it. Oh, it was all worth it.
I knew it was gonna be the flower.
Look at that. Its color is completely changed. What do you have there?
Hot device flower.
How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
That's right on the money, actually.
You imply that it is distinct from ether.
As foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts. Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe, affecting all through which it flows. Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions. Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate. The only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion. As a veteran of the battlefield, Surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities. That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest. But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application lends itself poorly to formalized research. Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation. I am sorry.
Nonsense! You have nothing to be sorry for. Your insight is much appreciated.
Shall we depart for Charlian then? I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the Annex.
And we will be in touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
That might be true. We're gonna win this war with the power of love. You hear that? Yeah, caution. Fuck ether. Fuck weapons and all that shit. It's gonna be the power of love that does it. Hell yeah. Heart. That will be what does it, right? Heart. The last thing I remember before being absorbed into the tower was you rushing towards me. Yeah, it reminded me a lot of Tesleen and Alize trying to save her at the last minute and couldn't. I can only imagine the hardships you and yours must have had to overcome to rescue us. No amount of words will suffice to express my gratitude, but I hope the flower's radiant glow says everything I cannot. It does. Thank you, Nidana. Gonna be all about love, friendship, and courage, isn't it? Just like F the Faith. It's the Baldessian Annex. We gotta go all the way back to Charlian now. The color of joy. Well, let me double check if there's any Aetherites I haven't attuned to yet. I think that might be the only one actually. Yeah, let me go there. A very pretty view out there. Oh, okay, I gotta go there too. And there. I can't do that one. I've been there. I need to go there. I want to see this. Oh my god, if only we could step out onto the terrace. God damn, dude. Hey! It's the level 80 glam for male and female dancer. On display here. I like it. That's so cool. Right, actually, what would have been easier is going here, right? Yeah. Gotta remember that's elevated, it's up there. Yeah, if I go there, I can make a quick stop there, I think. And then go back to that one or do them in reverse order, either way. That should be the two I'm missing. Right? Yes. This one? So, the last one is that one. Backtrack. Here. Fuck this, let's make it easier. Where's, yeah, that'll do it. You've attuned yourself to all the Ethernet shards in Ratsapan. Weird of it to say that when I still can't even attune to that one, but okay. If you... I gotta check this. How do you actually get back to Charlian without... I don't think you can. I don't see anything that can take you back to Charlian without having to use an Aetherite teleportation. Yeah, I don't. There's no, like, boat or anything. The airship landing's still locked down and everything, so... Huh. Bit weird. You could get stranded here if you run out of money. I guess you could just go kill some shit outside and get the money pretty quick anyway, but... Anyway. Oh fuck, I should've used the mender when I had the chance. Whatever. be one here, right? It's a bit of ways, but not terrible. Fuck, there's a dead body. Somebody clean that shit up! Somebody playing dead there in the plaza. This place is still more my style when it comes to the aesthetic. Rotterdam is beautiful, but something about this architecture and the overall color and feeling of it. It's more me. That's probably why I chose Mist for my apartment instead of, like Kugane, since those were like my top two choices. Lavender Beds is alright. I like nature and everything, but I prefer the ocean and the architectural style and the overall look of the Mist better. And yeah, Kugane was... didn't quite measure up to the Mist. What's up, Kra? It's good to be back, and with the fruit of our labor safely in storage. For now, we have but to wait for the others to return from their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. As Steinfeld suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime. Alright. Oh, we're doing this again, huh? It's like at the Crystarium. We end the chapter by going to sleep at the inn room with a cutscene, right? Welcome back, Leon. Kyle has apprised me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate a tower and pave the way to deal with the rest. While it isn't much, I've changed your sheets and plumped up your pillow. After all, there's nothing more like collapsing in a nice, clean bed after completing a major milestone. Excuse me. Be it penning a thesis or defeating deiform entities, yeah. Yeah, that's true. So, would you like to take a look at your new and improved lodgings now? You're saying they actually change? What? Is it gonna look different? Or am I getting debated here? Wait for it.
Bruh.
Looks the same. It went back to being gray again. Oh, maybe now I just get the window open, right? Maybe.
Take heart and protect them well.
Well, that's why I'm a paladin for now. Best I can do to try and protect my friends. Whoa!
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you?
Oh my god, they know the weight of my heart!
Quite a spread if you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
Yes! Food! Oh my god, yes. I've been dying for this. A wholesome scene of everyone eating together. That would be me, yeah. Taking out the goddamn pickles. Because that's what that is. Oh my god, look at him go into that! I just ate a cheeseburger, too. Hasn't been that long.
Lest you wonder, we invited Estinian as well.
Tell me.
But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Charlian cuisine is not to his liking.
Or he's just too busy trying to be a fucking edgelord like always.
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
That. Crown knows him.
What? To perfect his brooding stare?
Ha! Exactly!
Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Charlian feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Yes!
Poor
Exactly.
Estinian, beset on all sides.
I think he needs to chill out, alright? We gotta counterbalance him. He's gotta learn how to enjoy life like this every once in a while, you know? The small things.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Cryle, I hear you recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
This is true.
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done. If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes?
Yeah, she did. Said it would help me.
'Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radzat-Han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt, the relief of a people with renewed hope.
Indeed, and in turn, I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day.
It makes me want to cry tears of joy right now. Just like back with Nidana. Oh!
Hey! What's mine?
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Damn!
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume?
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion.
Those are some big ass cheeseburgers though. Holy shit! They look huge to me. Even I don't eat them that big.
They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
God! Of course! Cat people are small. Not as much as Lollapels, but still, I get it. Oh my god, we actually finished all the fucking food. That was a lot of food, even for how many of us are here. Like, holy shit, dude. That was a lot of sandwiches. There's one donut there. Anybody gonna eat that? I want the donut. Damn, the moon looks beautiful right now. Just kick him out. You do know these are my quarters, right? Are we pushing on until dawn? Trademark.
I'm not that ambitious. But 'tis pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
Oh yeah, you gotta live a little like that. I get it. I'm with you. I love it. I love the company. To see my quarters actually being used to, like, have friends over. It's great. This is super wholesome, man. I'm really enjoying this. Ooh, what color, or what does that color represent? Peace and tranquility? Harmony? I don't know. That was fun, though. I love that scene. That's probably gonna be, like, my favorite scene ever. Damn, it looks beautiful. A gentle blue glow.
Ah! Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind that.
Shut up,
I
Amon.
come to you once more as the bearer of bad news. Our tower in Thavnir has been toppled, and I need not tell you by whom. Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon ether. If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
Probably not.
No. All else is equal.
It's obsessed with me.
Equally tedious, equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke. But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot. Enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more. And then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before. Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more. I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable. You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting, too, was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too. Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.
On Wings of Hope. I got 2 little Archon loaves to take with me for the road. Oh, there was a mender. Damn it. Should have known. I hope you didn't mind us barging into your room for our late night feast. For what it's worth, it did me a world of good to put our troubles to one side, if only for a moment. Please, it did me a whole world of good myself. Like, that was amazing. I'm gonna... You know what? I know we can always go back and use the unending journey, but... I'm gonna cherish that, I gotta say. I'm gonna say that was probably 15 minutes. I might actually have to go back further. Oh my god. Wait. Oh yeah, I nailed it. Yeah. I'm gonna hold on to that. That is probably one of the most precious cutscenes and memories I've ever made on this game. I mean, it's, in the storyline, you know? Found the Bell School's Inn. Oh, there you are. Feeling refreshed, I hope? We going to school or what? I was about to make my way to the studio as it happens. I wanted to try and speak with the Scholarch Monteshane and thank him for coming to our rescue in the Rostra. Yeah, he pulled through for us. He's a homie. As it turns out, he'd come here to see us following the hearing, only to find that we'd already departed for Thavnair. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the cud with his former students. Since we're still waiting for Yashvil and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay a visit. Care to join me? Yeah, sure. Go. Then it's settled. The twins will be coming too, assuming Alfino can tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you rally the troops while I go on ahead to Phenomenon. Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the studio for a time. That might be for the best. If the others should return, tell them we will not be long. Unlike some of the Scions, I am not an alumni of the Studium. As such, I have no acquaintances there I am obliged to visit. And while I would love nothing more than to pore over the many great tomes of Phenomenon, I fear my presence there would stir up more unwanted trouble. So, for now I will be patient, much as it pains me to do so. Cute lollipop. Cheer up, Gaha, we'll what the hell? Oh, see, he's doing what I said I was gonna do. He's practicing on the target dummy. If Father can master these fiendish contraptions, then so can I. Don't give up, Alfie. We're counting on you, buddy. Heading out for a stroll? Well, if it happens, yeah. Going to the studio. Back to school. The Scholarch himself was here? In that case, what are we waiting for? I too am eager to see him, though I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the studium. I dare say our notoriety precedes us. Alfino, of all people worrying over his reputation. And our alma mater, no less. Will wonders never cease. You'll understand soon enough. Off we go. Hey, it's a paladin. See that sculpted picture above the entrance? That's the mark of Thaliak, the scholar, bearer of the waters of knowledge. It's no exaggeration to say that Charlene itself is one enormous shrine to him, and that's especially noticeable here in the studium. I bet. That specimen came from the moon. Leaves of old Charlene. Alright, nothing new I can do yet. Oh, I see. That quest is level 83, which I am already, and it popped up because of that, but it's red because it probably requires a different... It probably has an alternate requirement. Feels like only yesterday that I first walked through these doors. Look at what she's talking about. sculpted picture above the entrance. Oh, there it is. Okay. Jesus. What's up, crowd? What do we got? Here it is. Phenomenon. While I expect you made a note of it before, one can hardly miss it. This is the first time you've been here on official business, correct? I guess so, yeah. While most of the space is taken up by the expansive auditoriums, it also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magics, and a host of administrative offices and so forth. As the center of what would later become the studium, it was established to promote the study of ethereological phenomena, hence the name. Oh. Though with ether being a fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life, and even the universe itself. Wow. And then, in the 432nd year of the 6th Astral Era, Phenomenon was decreed complete and the studium officially opened as a place of learning. With a long and storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in etherology, the arcane, the occult, astromancy, and countless other fields, standing proud as Charlian's foremost educational institute. He always did enjoy giving the grand tour to new students. Indeed, I've long since lost track of how many times he has recited that same foppish speech, such as his undying love for his old stamping ground. He was in top form back then. Youngest 10 to the studium, graduated with highest honors in magical arts and meteorology, undisputed champion of the debating chamber. Wow. Hold on. You both joined the studium at the same age, yes? And from where I stand, you're equally prodigious scholars. Nice of you to say, but Alfino actually entered half a year before me. Nor did I do well enough to graduate with honors. And I am certainly not the studium's most notorious master debater. In all respects, have I ever been in his shadow. If nothing else, just remember that this was where the legend of Alfino Leviure began. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent we should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully we'll be somewhat more welcome here than we were at the last stand. Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. What she's referring to. I know better than anyone the adoration the student body has for Alfino, and with a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage. Right on. Well, there's no time like the present. First things first. Let's look for Scholar Monteshane. Other faculty tend to frequent their offices, but unfortunately for us, he's fond of wandering wheresoever his whims take him. Let's split up and ask the students if they've seen him. Oh my god. Another pitcher of water. God, this place is so beautiful. Fucking love it. Yeah, we didn't come in here. I remember. We just came up to it, but that's it. Excitable student. Hold on. See my friends over there. What are they doing? Oh shit! Is this Alfino's old crew? It's Alfino himself in the flesh! He spoke to me! He actually spoke to me! Oh my god, he's got his own fucking fan cult over here. I assure you, I'll tell you all about it after my business with the Scholark has concluded. The Scholark? Tell me, my good fellow, does this have something to do with saving the world from catastrophe? Might we turn our attention to Master Yevier's graduation thesis? I too have my doubts regarding our policy of non-intervention. Bright-eyed student, is it true that your experience overseas are the reason you have incurred the ire of the Forum? Oh, what I wouldn't give to see you butt heads with those old codgers. Ha! Look at him. He's like, hold up, guys. Jesus. He's a celebrity here. How is it? Where are these two lovely ladies? Things were bad enough during our school days, and Alfino's time abroad has only heightened his training. Or should that be infamy? He had his rivals and detractors, of course, though most of them gave that up after his adoring fans set upon them like ravenous dogs. Of course. Alfino, on the other hand, never paid them much notice. They were simply beneath him. I'm guessing she meant the detractors, right? Not his fans over here who he's... I love it. They're all simping over him so hard right now. God, I love the music here too. I can't get over Charlene. It's so beautiful, music and all. Amazing. A little Atomos. Atrophied Atomos? That was Alfino Levier, wasn't it? The Alfino Levier! And he's with his sister and Master Baldessian's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word! Oh, sorry, you said you're looking for the scholar, I guess? Knowing him, he could be anywhere, but Miss Aliapo should have a better idea. Wait. Miss Aliapo? No way. What do I think it is? Alright. This place is fucking awesome. It is! It's her! Kia Liapo, are you lost? Wandering off the street, perhaps? You're related to someone I know. Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner fresh off the guild ship. I'm right, aren't I? Oh, how silly of me. An orientation is in order. Allow me to bid you a warm welcome to Searcher's Meet. Let me start with a question. What is the most important thing you'll find in the studio? That's right, books. And what's the second most important? Why, that's simple. Everything else. Okay. That's what we deal here at Searcher's Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials, they come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we send the gleaners off to find it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Paisa this, tongue of Gigantoad that. It's enough to make your hair stand on end. Which is possibly what some of our students are trying to accomplish, this being a school of magic and all. As our newest gleaner, you'll have your work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding. I'll go with the first one. The only thing I'm interested in gleaning is information on the Scholar's whereabouts. Sorry. I beg your pudding? You're not a gleaner? Then this was all an elaborate ruse? No, wait. Come to think of it, you never actually claimed to be one in the first place. My mistake, yeah. He was here, but now he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. He said he was on his way to Maker's Meet. Go back the way you came in, and you'll see it on the opposite side of the entrance. It's a laboratory of sorts, home to many rare and expensive curios. Not to mention alarmingly frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling screams. Monka shake. Ha! In the time it's taken me to tell you all of this, the Scholar has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I have a feeling you'll need it. I guess we won't mention her relative over in Idleshire, right? Finding a worthy gleaner is proving tougher than I thought. Maybe I'm not suited to this line of work. Be fine. That is not... That's a player, isn't it? I thought that was an NPC. Funny how I keep confusing NPCs for players and players for NPCs. What is happening? Like, I've run into two NPCs that I thought were players, and I've just ran into a player that I thought was an NPC. Level-headed student. Yes, the Scholark was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When we parted ways, he went down the corridor. Perhaps one of the auditoriums? Okay, thanks. Well, that way. It's so busy over there. Shit. An actual classroom. Oh, this takes me back to the college days. I was in one of the science classrooms where I learned physics and chemistry. It was set up just like this. Not all classrooms are like this, that's why I pointed that out. Oh, and they have the, yeah, they have the double board, or the triple. There's two boards. One there, and then on top, as you can see how it's sticking out, it's a sliding one. So the teacher would like pull it down, and then write on it, and then let it go, and it would slide back up. But I think they could also lock it down. So there was actually 3 whiteboards. Really cool. And there he is, Monstachine. Hey, buddy.
Ah,
oh shit.
I remember you.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Well, I could hardly let that inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the Forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye.
Oh yeah, they're proud, alright.
You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student.
Trust me, you don't know the half.
Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
A quick wink.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
Wow, they're going a long way to conceal
How is that
this.
even possible?
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
Harry Potter vibes right now. It's basically Dumbledore, or whatever the fuck that dude's name is. I've never seen a Harry Potter movie, but I've heard enough about them. Class is in session, let's go! Yep, major Harry Potter vibes. Oh my god! We're in Hogwarts, guys! That's Charlian!
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology. The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into 3 forms. 2 are of the incorporeal sort, the soul, and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
A corporeal ether.
Yes, very good. This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities, and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked. Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it.
Welcome to the what?
What would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
It would blot out everything that was written.
Like tempering the mind.
We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well.
Oh, without tempering the soul.
In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
The 7th Umbral Calamity.
Nobody could remember it.
The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Just blot the fuck out.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act. The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Charlian prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace?
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty. Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea. For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean. And our memories drift apart and dissolve, rather defeating the purpose, I suppose. But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
What happens after that?
we are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form. Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable.
Yeah. The latter one seems more plausible based on recent events, in a way.
Well, I think that's enough education for today, now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet.
Leon was so shocked just staring at that paper for some reason.
I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend.
Hey!
Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
That laugh. Right on. Sound the bell school's in. You've been granted the run of Phenomenon. If you are game, Kia Aliapo would put your artisanry to good use. Yeah, I'm not a craft-to-gather type, so no thanks. While Scholark Monteshane is best known for his role as head of the studium, he is said to be one of the finest mages Sharlayan has ever produced. Having seen for myself the ease with which he weaves extraordinarily complex and powerful magics, I have no reason to doubt the claim. Some of my earliest memories are of Scholark Monteshane, actually. He was a close friend of our grandfather. He would come for tea and amaze us with his tricks, much like his demonstration with the paper and ink. He's a huge part of why I wanted to enter the studium in the first place. One thing that I have a question about is, like, if he can't even recall what their sacred duty is that's so important, how do they actually do it? Or, because I thought he was just going to say there was some kind of enchantment that didn't let him tell us. But it seems like it doesn't allow him to recall it. But if none of them can recall it, then how the hell do they even do it? Capital idea. Well, that's given me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the form's true motives, and the mysteries of life itself for good measure. It's funny, I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude only to leave more indebted than before. I have a feeling his friendship and support will be a great boon to us in days to come. Yeah. And on that note, let's head back to the annex. Perhaps on the way you could better acquaint yourself with the Ki Aliapo, as the scholar suggested, while I share our findings with Raha. How do I put the there? With Ki Aliapo, not the. Oh, we did get a new side quest then. All over the place, not just here. Phenomenon, Numenon. Where else? Over there. Well, considering what happened last time, but I'm gonna scrap that idea of waiting until I finish an MSQ. Because sometimes MSQs will teleport you to new places or they'll take you far away, and maybe it's best to just get the side quest in this area done before you continue one, even if you're in the middle of it. I saw the folly of that. I could have gotten a lot of side quests done together with the MSQ that I did back at the Great Work or whatever, when we were still like in the middle, beginning-ish of Ratatan or whatever. Abner, I should say. So what's up with this dude? Oh, it's a chick. That was a dude for a moment. My fair mammoth. Oh, my love, my light, where have you gone? I am nothing without you. You alright? Oh, I didn't see you there, absorbed as I am in my search. I've lost track of my mammoth, you see. A key asset for my research into the many mysteries of Ether. I must have given her an erroneous command, or perhaps even jilted her. She is gifted with such a sensitive heart, you know. In any case, it has been some time since she has left for her task. Please, can you assist me? Sure. Oh, thank you, thank you. I sent her on an errand near the last stand, so you would do well to begin your search there. Her aura is unmistakable. Keep an eye out for her elegant figure and imperious demeanor. Okay. Okay, yeah, I saw them all on the map. Fast fashion. Ah, you look to be the sort who's out and about, performing various feats of daring do and so forth. Why, the scent of the outdoors is practically wafting from you. What are you trying to say? Perhaps you've heard of the competition being held in the city? Designers from across the region submit designs for academic uniforms, and the winner will be worn by none other than the members of the forum. The chosen designer becomes exalted among their peers. Even a lowly student can have their name said in hushed whispers across the stadium. I would have such fame for myself. I believe my concept might be just the thing to help me win it. I have an image in my mind of a rustic scholar, one who enjoys the open air of wilderness as much as the musty air of the library stacks. Okay. In fact, I have already prepared an initial design that looks to fit your frame perfectly. Would you try it on for me, that I might see if it conveys the message I have in mind? Alright. Splendid, splendid. Well then, we should find an area where you'll be free to move as you please. I believe tranquility should be just the locale we require. Come, come. See you there in a bit. But that would affect the ethereal conductivity. Hmm? You don't look like a student. This isn't learner's meat. Volatile education. You there, from some distant and exotic land, yes? I require a fresh perspective for the next step in my research, if you have a few moments to spare. What do you have in mind? Do not worry, nothing too complex will be required of you. I am planning an introductory class that will educate younglings on the practical applications of etheric energy, and I seek opinions on the lesson plan. Okay. With any luck, it shall strike a spark which ignites a lifelong love of learning and curiosity. That's what the hope is for kids, but unfortunately in real life our school system takes it too far, forces it down their throat, and instead they create the opposite. People who hate learning because they associate it with oppression and tyranny from a very young age. Considering my lofty goals, I welcome honest feedback, even if it isn't entirely positive. Will you help? Thank you, my eager student. Together I dare say we are building the future. Pray visit my colleague in tranquility. A burly Rogadan fellow, his imposing frame belies a brilliant mind. Okay. Yeah, we don't usually... We never associate somebody who's really brawny with, brains, do we? But life is never that simple. Neat. People learning. People learning. Almost came out that way. It kind of inspires me to, the bottom of my fucking pants and shoes got wet. It inspires me to restart something I'd actually been doing on my YouTube channel a while back, which ties into the name I use right now. Eternal Student. I think I would, yeah, at the start of every stream, I would dedicate like 15 minutes to, learning something on like Khan Academy or Brilliant.org. Some website like that like lets you learn a lot of shit. Like whatever you want, basically. You've seen this creature before and your memories of it are not pleasant. Yeah, I remember that from Shadowbringers. The creature from the wooden crate. Wait. The one from before? By the looks of you, you are more inclined to adventuring than the average person, yes? Apologies for the imposition, but could you tell me if you've come across a creature such as the one before me on your journey? Squeal, squeal, squeal! Yeah, what's this one? Oh my, there it goes! I had no idea that it could move so quickly. Apologies for giving you a fright. That thing was recently delivered to the door of my professor, although the reason why yet eludes us. Perhaps one of the gleaners sent it to us, thinking it would make a suitable research subject. I've never seen the likes of it, but it made an awful mess of our facilities. I'd hoped the fresh air might calm it down, but... That's a beaver and it'll grow quickly. Beaver? I've never heard of such an animal. It must be a rare specimen indeed. And I let it escape! If word of my oversight gets out, my professor will tan my hide. I may even be forced to delay my studies by a whole year. I must find that creature at once. We need to cover as much ground as possible. Could you aid me in finding it before this day becomes a catastrophe? Yeah. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Well then, it appears to have run off towards Archon's design. I wish you good luck in the search. You too. Timid student. If I were to be seen popping my head into bushes and under benches, others would start asking questions. Rest assured I shall do my part, but I must be discreet about it. You, on the other hand, should head to Archon's design. Two sets of eyes are better than one, I say. No shit. I believe there was one more quest somewhere nearby. There it is. The closest one. Damn. I'm gonna go do this one for some reason. I already had my eyes set on it before the other one. Man, I would love to actually live here and be able to, like, learn all the stuff that they do, you know? Like, this would be an awesome university to go to, basically. Yeah, call me a nerd, but hey. I love the whole vibe. The place is beautiful and seems like a really cool place to learn shit. Honestly, it really does inspire me to resume what I used to do on this channel. Back when I still didn't know what I wanted to do with it. I think I will start doing that again. This has really inspired me. I've actually been dwelling on it for a while, about bringing that back, what I talked about. But now I'm more inspired to do it than ever, thanks to Charlie. And it reignited that spark in me of wanting to, like, hold myself accountable to trying to learn something new that I haven't before, or even reviewing something old. For at least a bare minimum, 15 minutes a day. At least. I think it'd be a good habit to have, you know? Booking books and putting it on stream or on YouTube videos makes me sort of, it's a way of holding myself accountable a little bit more, you know? To sticking to that habit. Ah, I've seen you around Numenon as of late. You're the adventurer, yes? I've been meaning to seek you out. I believe I have a task rather suited to your abilities. We recently added a set of volumes procured from the Great Google Library to our collection, but no sooner did we set them into stacks than did a student handle them without taking the proper precautions. A spell was activated that apparently was meant to prevent their theft, causing all 5 of them to go scurrying. Yes, scurrying. Off to God's know where. They are quite ornery in their current state, and I'm afraid few of us are suited for combat. For you, however, books should be a simple enemy to best, if it comes to that. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I have fought them before. In the Great Global Library, actually. As I said before, 5 volumes are skulking about at present. I prepared a solution that should calm their rage somewhat, but they may require a few knocks on the spine before you can carry them safely. Would you be so kind as to collect them for us? Thank you, and Godspeed. Alright, now we're good. Jesus. It is almost that time. I fuck off and go to bed. But yeah, this whole place, the whole vibe, it just really inspires me to go back to trying to learn something new on a daily basis, like I used to. I'm telling you, the pandemic, it affected all of us in a lot of ways. It, you know, I can't be the only one who lost a lot of motivation to do a lot of things that they used to be passionate about when it first hit, you know, back in 2020. It was so depressing. Things still are, and obviously they're getting worse, but like, because of your mind sort of normalizing it, you know, for some of us at least, you start to kind of try to go back to being motivated to do things you used to do a little bit here and there. Depends on everyone's personal situation, but in general, yeah, I lost a lot of motivation to do a lot of things. Gained weight and everything. Regained weight that I had already lost. Pandemic fucked me up. Again, like it did a lot of people. But, you know, first world problems, yada yada. There's a lot of people who died or lost family members to the pandemic, so doesn't compare to that. I know, I'm aware. The book is chomping at the air, as if to ward off anyone from coming too close. Use the powder to put it to sleep, but keep watch for your fingers. Sleeping powder. Bag containing powder made from an obscure herb. Simply sniffing it makes you drowsy. Oh, really? Can I make us do this tedious shit again? Boom, baby. Book is slumbering peacefully. At least it appears so. Vicious volume. Look at something at the air. Slumbering peacefully. More books. Oh, right. Man, fuck this. I still don't know if it's faster to move around as a dancer or ninja. I don't know. A lot of the music, I gotta say, I think it's probably the acoustic guitar a little bit that's used in this song in particular, but like, even a few of the other songs we heard at like Rajahan a little bit, but mostly here. It really reminds me of FF15 a lot. Like I said, this place reminded me a lot of Altition, still does. Very different style of architecture, but the whole vibe of it is just very glamorous but peaceful and just, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but the hell? It's Alfino! What the? You see before you a mammoth most striking. You can see why its owner is so taken with it. Return it before you are unable to resist the compulsion to keep it for yourself. I think I already have a wind-up Alfino though. So I don't think I would need to keep it, but... Alright, let's go to that one. I'm having such a great time with this expansion. Taking it nice and easy and slow with the side quests and everything. It just, to me, it just helps me appreciate it a lot more. I like doing it this way. I don't regret the way I did my blind playthrough of Shadowbringers though, where I didn't do all the side quests. Because, I mean, I think I might have already hinted at this before when I replayed Shadowbringers recently, right, during the marathon. Maybe I hinted at it, maybe I didn't. But, no, I don't think I did. I only talked about Heavensward. That the aesthetic of Heavensward bored me. There was a lot of areas in Shadowbringers that kind of also felt meh to me too. So I really wasn't that inspired, even if I wasn't being rushed by anyone, which I was. But even if I hadn't been rushed at the time by a certain someone to, like, go through just the MSQ only, some of the areas were just kind of bland for me. I just didn't... Like, I probably would have been more, you know, sort of bored or just not enjoying myself as much if I had taken it as slow. I don't know what it was. It was like Heaven's Word a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to start ranting right now. We gotta go. But yeah, I was gonna say, I guess Stormblood had more areas than the other two expansions that I enjoyed, rather than... It makes any sense. Yeah, it had more that I enjoyed than that I didn't enjoy. So Heaven's Word and Shadowbringers, not really. But I think part of Shadowbringers was also the everlasting light being a thing until you defeated the Light Warden. That also kind of made it just feel a little bland, you know? So, I think that was a huge part of it, honestly. Couldn't really see the world with full color because the fucking everlasting light was always there until you killed the Light Warden. Squeal, squeal! Seems to be the creature you are looking for. When you attempt to pick it up, it squeals harshly, but it seems more than willing to follow behind you. Strange creatures now accompany you. Keep it at your side. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. I think, just like how Heaven's Word kind of drains me a little, because of how sort of gray everything looked. A very bland, solid, monochrome color, you know? I think it's hella cute. Can I talk to it? Speak with the creature. Okay. Shadowbringers had a similar effect with the Everlasting Light, which is a plot device. It was what it was. You know, it was necessary, but it had the same effect of kind of draining me a little. So I was actually eager to get through that MSQ quickly. So I didn't mind being rushed through it a little. Did we never accept that? Oh, we already have too many quests. That's why. Yeah. Okay. Can I do other quest objectives? I don't think I can with this little guy with me. I'll try, but I don't think I can. Wait. You jump down from here, right? Yeah. An envelope. Too many quests, so I'll have to turn one in, but... Noted. You still with me? Keep up, motherfucker! Can I do this with this guy following me, or no? Yeah, I can. This appears to be a suitable spot. Spacious, sunlight. Now try the robes on for size, although I'm somewhat certain they'll fit perfectly. However, I'd like to see how easy it is for you to perform feats of heroism, swinging your weapon up and down, grinning devilishly, things like that. Show me that battle stance you adventurers are so famous for. You'll change into the professional robes temporarily. You must stay clothed in the robes in order to progress. If the robes are removed or you wish to wear them longer, speak with the Lalthone student. Well, now you're gonna see the dancer one, I guess. What happens if I change jobs? Back to Paladin. Nope. Well, here, I want to see it like that, so give me a sec. Did not know that was gonna happen, so... Oh, have you lost the ropes? Oh, not to worry, I had a spare on hand for this very occasion. You do like them, don't you? Yeah, I just wanted to change the classes back to what I'm supposed to be. Let's see. A glasses, or do I have to do this? Okay, no, it's just the ropes. Test out how well you can move in the professorial robes. Show off your battle stance to the Lalthone student. Alright, here we go. Oh, shit! Ah, yes, you look ready for a grand adventure under the sun. I believe these robes shall be well suited to both the lectern and the open fields. Now, I'd like to test the fabric's breathability. Work up a bit of a sweat for me, will you? A friend of mine needs a delivery done, and who better than you to do it? Please bring this crate here to Kakemo at the confluence. It's a bit of a trek, but you look up to the task. Okay. Crate of crystals. Over the crate. Uh-oh, another timer one. 190 seconds. Confluence. Oh fuck, what was that? Where is this? What? Wait. Okay, I better just start over. I'm already, like, lost at where it was. Hold on, where did you say to take these? No. Let me try this again. The Kekamo, right. Which is... Oh, there's a red objective there. Okay, so it's... Yeah, right there. Okay, cool. So I can just go that way? Or that way? Whichever path I take is gonna take a while regardless. Alright, I'll go the road way. Okay. Still learning where everything is, so when they said the confluence, I was like, what the fuck was that again? I panicked and couldn't see it right here on the fucking map. Come on, my little beeper friend. We're doing other quest objectives right now. I'll get you home eventually. Hey, Kit. Ah! A member of the forum? Here? I mean, welcome to my humble laboratory. What did you need, sir? They don't know. Oh, you gave me quite the fright. You should be more aware of the effect that such robes have on the people here, students and professors alike. Oh yeah?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Get used to it. Of course, I'll accept these crystals most gladly. That being said, pray inform the student who gave them to you that she should do her own work from now on, regardless of what experiments she may be conducting. Damn, alright. I'll let her know. What the hell? What stands the reason they have aetherites here? They're studying how to... yeah. Bunch of aetherite crystals. What's the most efficient way to... go around back? Oh no, there's a fucking... I thought you could get there from here. Shit. Of course, I fucked up. Fuck! I think a little faster, yeah. Not by a lot, but a little. Oh, there's people dancing. What the? I have to stop wearing this? Well, I don't want to take off the outfit yet, so I guess we're going back the long way. I like it. It's good. Obviously, it reminds me of like a graduation gown too, which is really cool. But you know, that's obviously what it's supposed to look like. Oh right, I said I was gonna try to check this out while I'm still Oh, it's one of these guys, alright. Get him right. Alright, fine. Fuck, I can't do shit. Oh, not you. Get the fuck out of the way, I was trying to get the book. I like what it said. The existence of this mammoth is probably a best kept secret from certain individuals. Book is fast asleep. Judging from the cover, it contains stories of a Benga handmaiden and her lance. On the back cover is written restricted. A Benga handmaiden and her lance. Restricted. What exactly are they getting at? They haven't got handmade in their own lands. Not sure. I really don't know on this one. Alright, we gotta cross the river for that other one. Well, since I already changed out of the stupid robe or whatever, might as well go faster. Keep up, you little shit! Let's go! Whatever. It's fine. Welcome back, my adventurous assistant. I take it the crystals were delivered without incident? Yeah, more or less. I see. Hekamo can scarcely get through a single conversation without giving her unwanted advice. No matter. When my robes are chosen, I wager she'll treat me with the respect I deserve. Functionally, it appears that I am on the right track. Now I must refine the design so that when the members of the Forum behold it, they can think of nothing else but to wear them for years to come. Of course, I didn't mean to leave your coin purse empty after all of this. Return to where we first met and I shall bring your reward. Excuse me. But yeah, I'll meet you there. Oh, this must be the guy for that other quest, yeah. Suppose I can just switch back now. Hey, buddy. Ah, you must be the help Posmeron sent word about. Are you ready to begin your education? Yeah. Firstly, observe the object next to me. No mere rock. It is an experimental apparatus designed to simulate the movement of ether through the environment. Through it, I intended to demonstrate how crystals are formed. Now, the next order of the day is to use this explosive to destroy the device. Do not be afraid. Your extremities are safe, I assure you. Okay. Handheld explosive. Oh, crystals. Neat. What's that for? Very good, very good. Did you enjoy yourself, little one? Now you have your very own crystal. Ether flows all around us, an invisible energy that nourishes all things. When a physical object so suffused with ether is destroyed, it releases the energy contained within it into its surroundings. Some returns to the environment, but some remains in the physical realm. Thus are crystals formed. In simple terms, they are the physical manifestation of ether, frozen in time. Simple enough to understand, yes? Yeah. What the hell? You've opened my eyes. My hunger for knowledge has been piqued. I've heard those words before, but never in that order. Ah, is that so? Any Charlian youngling could recite those facts from memory. However, I may not always have the luxury of teaching such cultivated minds as today has demonstrated. Yes, we must be more thorough with our explanations. So thorough that even the unlearned would have no trouble understanding them. Thank you for your frank opinion. Sometimes an outside point of view can illuminate otherwise unseen faults. You've given us much to consider. As for the matter of compensation, my colleague is in charge of that. Please return to him to receive it. Thinking I can, you know. There we go. Hey, we got all 5 done. Hell yeah. Time to go turn them in. on, little guy. Oh, there you are. You found the creature? Strange. So did I. Uh-oh. There's more than one? I could have sworn there was only one in the crate. Perhaps I was mistaken? Well, what harm could another do? All the more for us to study. I had very nearly feared I would be a lowly student for yet another year. The outside world calls for my genius, and thanks to you I shall have it. Alright. Take it easy. Come back to me, my princess, my queen. Come back to me. The existence of this mound is probably a secret best kept from certain individuals. Yeah. Here's your mammoth. This is her! My enchanting mammoth! And not a single scratch upon her beautiful visage. Words cannot express how happy you've made me. Visage or visage, I think it's both accurate. I commissioned this masterpiece from a gleaner, and had it modeled after the woman who has captured my heart from afar. So it's actually Alize. With the aid of a tome written by Archmagus Quan. Hey! Archmagus Quan! That's Gigi's grandfather. Or, well, yeah, they revealed his real name was actually Vivi. Just like in FF9. I constructed my own device to control it remotely. Okay. However, it seems there are yet some kinks to be hammered out. Alas, a heart in rapture is prone to such mistakes. Details are easy to overlook when the whole world is your oyster. I guess. I must clear my head and redouble my efforts. Thank you once again for your help today. We won't soon forget you. Thanks, and thanks for the salad too. Apologies that I could not give you more than this, but you understand that the life of a student isn't one of luxury. When my name is heralded through the halls of the studium, however, I'll be certain to share with you the windfall that will surely come my way. Until then, take it easy. Ah, there is my bushy-tailed student. Was the experiment to your liking? Children are ever so fond of explosions. Nice. Very condescending. Your payment? But you know, he's not terrible either, so... Just that. Oh yes, of course. Besides whatever knowledge you gained today, free of charge, mind you, take this. And of course, you're always welcome to join us after I've revised my lesson plan. Yeah, I might just do that. I really am starting to get in the mood to learn something. This place really does inspire that in me. Yeah, come to think of it, after I finished like some of my first few physics classes, I actually did get a little like... I had a few friends in physics who were into astronomy. I never did delve into that, and I kind of want to. I always wanted to back then. Never too late, as they say. Yeah, I think it's settled. I think after I'm done with this marathon, once we finish Endwalker, whatever content I do next, I think, which I do know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to say yet, because it's, you know, I don't want to have to hold myself to it, or, you know, set it in stone. I know what games I'm gonna play next and all that. But, I think I am gonna bring that back. Like, for sure. I don't know when exactly, but I think I will. No, I definitely will bring that back. If anything, like I said, just hold myself accountable. I want to go back to learning again. You know, about the world and stuff. Science, math, history, whatever. Did you manage to collect the books? I hope they didn't have you running about for too long. When books are closed, what do they dream of? Ah yes, this is all of them. Thank you, adventurer. These were quite the precious finds, and it would have been a shame if they jumped off a cliff or somewhere else equally as precarious. I see among them was a restricted tome. I'll have a word with the students whose recklessness caused this whole incident. Although he has been chastised plenty already, you can be sure. Unfortunately, this incident isn't the first of its kind. Books protected by this manner of ward must only be handled with gloves woven from the self-same grass I used to make the sleeping powder. If we don't take such measures, the books will crumble from age and the elements within a few generations. It's one of the very... Yeah, the elements within a few generations. It's one of the very first lessons we teach students, but there's one almost every year who fails to listen. The light of progress. Kind of far, so I'll switch classes right now again. Actually, I do want to... I don't know. Unless I actually time it, I'm never going to get proper results to know which is faster. Okay, let's do that. And then again. You have to remember, Ninja also has a passive 10% increase in walking, running speed or whatever. Without having to use, like, Peloton, basically. So, yeah, I don't know. I think they're almost the same. Because you can go very big distances with the... Yeah, one day I'll have to actually just run on a track somewhere. And actually figure out which one's faster, Dancer or Ninja. But anyway. Light of progress. Spy an envelope on the ground, covered in ash. Upon closer inspection, you realize that the ash spells out a message. To the kind soul who finds this missive, pray deliver this letter to the unassuming Mikote scholar who can usually be found sequestered in a quiet corner of the confluence. Many thanks. This better not be some kind of love letter bullshit that I just got roped into. Bet you anything it is. The unassuming Mikote scholar, right? Oh! Yes? Were you looking for me? I suspect I spend too much time in this corner of the confluence if someone I've never met knows how to find me here. Ash-covered envelopes. The message written on this envelope indicates it is meant to be delivered to the confluence. Here you go. A letter? If you don't mind me asking, can you tell me where you found this? No, outside, not too far from here, actually. Of course. I see. The place where you chanced upon this is one of dubious prominence. Students are confined there as punishment for recalcitrant behavior. I believe I recognize the hand which penned this message. The student is an acquaintance of mine, although that might be a rather generous term. Several days ago, he was confined there for concocting an explosive, alchemical compound and using it to surprise his teachers. Surprise, you say?
Surprise!
Damn, I did it wrong. I just wanted the first part. His little stunt ended with the gardens and the teachers' quarters in ashes. Holy shit! That warrants the full thing.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh my god! So stern. Jesus Christ. And it seems he put more efforts into writing a message to his would-be courier than to his letter's recipient. Bring me food and a candle. I see. That boorish lout? It serves him right being locked up in that room. As you can doubtless surmise, our relationship is somewhat strained, and I apologize for making you party to it. But what's done is done, and I would ask a favor of you myself. Oh, really? What do you need, buddy? Could you procure a candle from... Why did Leon just change stances like that? Could you procure a candle from Toffweb at the Agora? I shall prepare the food this fool has requested. I shall prepare the food this fool has requested, much as I would rather not. When you are done, pray meet me at the spot where you found the letter. Okay. This fool. My god, the stars look so much prettier here. Like, look at the horizon. What the fuck? I thought there was something weird. It's purple! Even at dawn and other places, I've never seen it like that. Like with the sun about to come up and everything? Like, holy shit. Oh my god, that is beautiful. And now it's just turning pink as the sun gets closer and closer. Fucking love this place. I don't want to leave. This is the new Limsa right here. Fuck Limsa, this is the spot. Holy shit. It's too bad it never will be because, well, Limsa is accessible from the very beginning of the game. This place isn't accessible until the very end. So it'll never have the same hustle and bustle, but goddamn. For those who have made it this far into the game, this is quite the reward. Like, this place is just awesome. Put the Crystarium to shame. A candle, you say? Why, of course. Here, take this. Please inform the requesting student that they can pay at their leisure. Hold on. There you are. Were you able to acquire the candle? Yeah. Take the candle. The perfect candle for long nights of study. Here you go. Yes, this shall do. Once again, I must apologize for sending you to and fro. But the sooner this matter is concluded, the better off we both shall be. I suppose since you are from a foreign land, you are unaware of what this candle represents. There is a reason that scoundrel requested a candle of this type. Long ago, one of the students confined within these rooms spent his days unraveling some of the most troublesome mathematical problems of the time. With nothing to distract his attention, he was quite successful. He wrote the equations on his wall, with the blackened ends of his spent candles. Wow. When the professor saw what he had done, well, they were too impressed to be angry. Doubtless that idiot means to make his own mark, as many delinquent students have attempted to since. The professors will turn a blind eye to his vandalism, to be sure. They would not let rules impede discovery. They really do value that over anything else. This place was made for me. I mean, that is why I have the name that I do right now on Twitch. And it's one of my two YouTube channels' names, Eternal Student, because I value learning. Hence why I want to go back to it. Any road, I will deliver these to him. Perhaps some good can come of his selfish request. Here, take this for your troubles. I pray there are no more. Thanks, buddy. That's it. Back to this. A capital idea. Back to the Baldessian Annex. I don't love the music in here. Justinian returned not long after we departed for the studium. A shame that he missed the chance to attend our lecture with the scholar. Or perhaps not. Yeah, I think he would have been bored. Having spent most of the time in Thavner, I've yet to fully grasp the lie of the land here in Charlian. Even finding my way to the Annex proved a challenge. Hey, you and me both, dude. You better not let your guard down around the key. One small favor becomes another, then another, and before you know it, you'll be running to the other side of the world in search of a bottle of wine or some other rubbish. Then again, it might make for a welcome change of pace from your usual heroics. And as the scholar said, it could also lead to interesting discoveries. I see they're trying to encourage us a lot to go do crafting and gathering quests for El Diablo. Like an eyelash has been dancing around my eye for a minute. It seems I've done an adequate job of relaying Scholar Monteshane's lecture to Raha. Given his experiences in the field of souls and memories, he had no trouble understanding it. Ah, welcome back. From what I hear, your trip to the studio proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from our fellow Scions. As expected, news of the warding scales was met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. Our friends have asked that we bring the scales in our possession to Limsa Laminsa. So the time has come for us to go on the offensive? It's too early to say for certain, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan, but let us see what awaits us in Vilbrand. Right. Let's start by getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you, Justinian? Whew. I didn't realize these crates were so heavy. I should have complained though. Vitra and the alchemists of the great work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales, so you must treat them with the utmost care. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the Forum's watchful gaze, I have little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, were found to be consorting with foreign powers, well, you can imagine how that would go. I shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoya and our other allies. With luck, we'll soon have good news of our own to share. The tide is about to turn. I can feel it. The Limsa Laminsa. I think it's a little early to say the tide's about to turn, but gotta stay positive, yeah. Excuse me. If you learn aught of interest, be sure to let me know. In the meantime, I will do what I can to aid our cause, though I fear that will be precious little given circumstances. Excuse me. Alright. Damn hiccups. Kind of looks hella cute here, in that pose. When the hell are they gonna clear the clouds so we can actually see the rest of the continent? Ilsabard, I mean. Didn't really see much of it. She looks like she's going out to the beach or something. My lady. Alright. We gotta... yeah. If I want to be a real cheap ass though, the boat's right there, isn't it? I mean... it is a direct route. Oh shit. Like, I'll be turning in after this quest. Calling it a night, I mean. That ship you see before you will sail you to Limsa Laminsa, if you're so inclined, that is. You gonna hop on aboard? Yep. How do you go back from here? That's for Fugon, eh? 300 gil was not that much. Vesper Bay. Not that much different from just teleporting. Lesson learned. Wait, what is that about? What is this? Welcome to the Endeavor. Oh, this is the fishing thing, isn't it? Yeah, this is for that fishing minigame. Where you, like, sail out on a boat. Open sea fishing or whatever it's called. Like once every 20 minutes or something. But yeah, it only saved me like 200 gil. Wasn't a lot. Yeah, Charlene puts this place to shame now. And I'm a fan of Lindsay. But Charlene's where it's at now. Ah, I was told to expect you. As you may or may not be aware, the Admiral is at present entertaining the Elder Seedseer and the Sultana. Oh good, they're all here. Perfect. 3 of the most powerful women in the world in one room. Do you need a moment to prepare, or shall I show you to them? I'm ready, dude, don't worry about it. It doesn't intimidate me, shit. I'm happy to see it, though. Miladies, your gentleman of light is here. Oh wait, that's Hildebrand. Sorry. My apologies for calling you away from Charlene at such short notice. This reminds me, shit, I gotta try and remember this. This reminds me of something I wanted to talk about before I even started Endwalker, and I totally forgot. It totally left my mind. But I'll talk about it later. I remember now. This will remind me. My apologies for calling you away from Charlene at such short notice. On the contrary, we are honored and grateful, and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. It was only right that this discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it is only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we have taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. It is reassuring to learn we are all in accord. But might I ask what your plan entails? It hinges entirely on the warding scales and our ability to utilize their potential to the fullest. During your time in Charleon, the Allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts, with no end in sight. To make matters worse, a surge in abductions of kobolds, Sahagin, Ixal, and Ananta have given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. But your triumph in Razatan has given us cause to hope once more. The time has come to free ourselves of this menace, and it is you, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, who have shown us the way. As always, we're basically the Avengers. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Telophoroi at bay, we will dispatch our finest to strike at the enemy's heart, Garlemald. These brave few will be the Ilsabard contingent. So they're actually going to go through with it, holy shit. To think such progress has been made in so short a span. Its objectives are twofold. The first is to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempered. Robbed of their free will, they serve the Telophoroi's every whim without question. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering, not for strategic or political gain, but because it is the right thing to do. I do not ask that we set aside the decades of conflict and conquest, that we simply choose to forgive and forget. I ask only that in choosing to remember, we do not also forsake our compassion and morality, For without that, there can be no reconciliation. Only death without end. Aye, on that we can all agree. Our second objective is the colossal tower that Thancred and Urianger observed in the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, there's reason to believe the smaller spires are merely a precursor of what's yet to come. Until the Tower of Zot was toppled, we'd failed to make any headway, though the same could be said of the Telophoroi. There's certainly no rush to press further into our lands. That's true. I'd wager the Spire's primary purpose is to divide and keep us occupied, while they work towards our annihilation. Nailed it, because yeah, Amon basically confirmed that's exactly what he was hoping we would do. But Xenos was like, no, they're gonna come straight for us. This would appear to be substantiated by Yasola's analysis of the tower's influence on ethereal currents. Based on her observations inside the Tower of Zot, the spires siphon ether from the land, consuming it to maintain their form. However, they draw forth far more than is required for this task alone. The excess of ether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if it was being redirected to the larger spire in the capital. There's logic in that. There's a logic in that. Regardless, once we have uncovered the truth, we'll bring their schemes crashing down along with their infernal towers. That's all well and good. But what would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing over the scales and being on our way. We want you and your scales to join the Ilsabard contingent. Lead the assault. I figured. Consider it an official request from both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. You accept? Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. I figured. The middle answer's the best one. For the people of Garlemald. Couldn't have put it better myself. Pistola, Thancred, and Urianger have already pledged their support and are on their way to meet the rest of the contingent. They were positive you would come to the same decision as they did. Luckily for all involved, their prediction was correct. Of course, Mamikane. How could I say no? Once you have delivered the warning scales to Alamigo, the contingent will embark on its journey to Ilsabard. Rabam and Lord Emmerich are overseeing preparations, so I'd suggest you make yourselves known upon arrival. Okay. Pack warm clothing, furs and the like. Without it, the cold will do you in... Excuse me? Oh, that was close. I got greedy. But I made it. I'm good. Without it, the cold will do you in before the Telophoroi so much as draw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They're not the only ones who can create a diversion. Now go, safe in the knowledge that Eorzea will be as you left it, or better, upon your return. Alright. I'll hold you to that, Merlbid. Go kick some ass, guys. We're going to Garlemald. That one that's called a capital idea. To the Alamegan Quarter, huh? Excuse me? M'lady? Oh, can you go back up there again? We've completed the restoration of the Royal Menagerie and it's open to the public once more. Perhaps you'd like to see it for yourself? Yeah. It's back to how it was, yeah, before Fan Daniel fucking roasted everybody with Lunar Bahamut. Alright, cool. Ah, that's the good old Stormblood team. M'lady. I don't have time to bow right now, but... Down again? hell? The inside of my nose is so dry and ticklish. I must quiz Dankred and Urianger on the conditions we can expect in Garlemald. I know it's cold, but how cold? Will I need to keep my ears covered? They can be a bit sensitive at times. If Emmerich asks after me, say I'm getting on fine and leave it at that. Don't you dare breathe a word about the cord. The cord? Oh! Yeah, the amount of money he spent on that to tie his hair back. I'll admit, this is all rather daunting, though not quite in the way I was expecting. We'll be standing shoulder to shoulder with our alliance's finest. The best of the best. The Warrior of Light and, well, me. It's silly, I know. Perhaps this is my way of distracting myself from the part I should be worried about. Marching into Garlemald. But you were kind of there already, a little bit. Right before Shadowbringers. Ah, fancy meeting you here. I trust our mutual friend is settling into life as a scion? Collaboration never was his forte. The moment the fighting ended, off he'd go, like a gale cat swept up in a strong breeze. But rest assured, he will always be there when you need him. Probably. Ha! Yeah. Oh my god. Too much shit here. So many people. Pets. Minions. You know, I'm quite looking forward to seeing who's been selected for the Ilsabard contingent. I have a few people in mind. Care to make a friendly wager? Not sure what you mean. Robon? It's been a long-ass time, dude.
Dylan!
Ah, the Wanderer's return. You've been busy bringing down a tower and producing the keys to destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warding scales of yours are what's made this whole venture possible. Will you and Lord Emmerich be leading the contingent? Regrettably, no. Our role is to organize the various delegations into a cohesive unit. Once we have seen you all off, it's back to our respective posts. We dare not neglect our duties for too long, lest our defensive efforts fall into disarray. And just between us, there was a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Ilsabard contingent. The very suggestion that we send out some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid unto the Garleans has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. Yeah, but I get it. Or, like, I get why they're upset about that. Considering how much the Garleans have threatened us, but now they've become victims of the Telophoroi, so we gotta help them out too. Can't please them all. Sadly not, though I do my best. Truth be told, I'd much rather be at your side, charging into the fray. Alas, I have battles of my own to fight, where words may serve me better than any blade. I hate to say it, but Lord Emmerich's struggles mirror my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is the peace of mind from knowing Eorzea is in safe hands. As you fight the good fight in Ilsabard, I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you, both of you. We meet again. There he is. I was like, when's Gaius coming into this? Much has occurred since we parted ways in Berlitz. From what I gather, the protective talismans you obtained led to the formation of this expeditionary force. Yeah. My contribution on this occasion is but a minor one, that being the information I have shared with Maxima. For the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. So you're not coming with us? Strange. I thought you'd have a stake in this. It is your country and your people being killed here. Enslaved, I should say. I do. The Telophoroi have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But though every mote of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would place the entire mission in jeopardy. Yeah. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varus and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel with the Ilsabard contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. Okay, yeah, I can see that, yeah. Politics, am I right? He's got a point. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of a former legatus and attempt to raise me to a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent's mission. Wow, he thought this through. This is actually very true. No wonder he can't come. Whether I am branded a villain or hailed as a hero, I would only hinder your efforts. So I like both of these other answers too, this one the most, but I think this is the most appropriate one. Or no, I like this one the most, which is why I think it's the most appropriate one. Excuse me, I'm getting all befuddled here, I gotta go to bed. But I do still like these other ones. We will deliver your people from harm in your stead. We got you, bro. We may not be the best of friends with Garleans, but hey. Right now, they're as much victims as the rest of us. We gotta be the bigger man, so to speak, for lack of better phrasing. And just let bygones be bygones for now with the Garleans. To take on this, this new combined threat that threatens all of us equally. For what it is worth, you have my gratitude. You and your comrades have the strength and courage to deliver my countrymen. I am certain of it. Of course, man. And hey, maybe this could be the first step towards actually having some kind of peaceful relationship with Garlemald after it's all over, right? In light of Gaius' rather unique circumstances, I instead will assume the role of your guide. Though I may have defected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I would stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Of course. Well said. Might I ask you to escort our friends inside? You might even bump into an old acquaintance or two. If I don't see you again ere you depart, may the Fury guide and protect you. All of you. Capital idea. Well, that'll be for tomorrow. I'm out of here. What is the next quest called? Best of the best. So, I'm gonna guess Fordola's gonna be one of the people showing up. What's her name? Who usually stands at Emmerich's side? I forgot her name. Livia's sister. I forgot her fucking name. Damn, we talked to her not too long ago, too. Yeah, Livia's sister. The Garlean who defected to Ishgard, basically. Her, Fordola, and... let's see, who else would probably show up? My guess is for tomorrow. I don't want to strain or spend too much time on this, so... Regardless of how my countrymen receive you, the cold will not treat you kindly. Underestimated at your peril. Not bad, huh? I suppose it's easy for some people to forget there are civilians in Garlemald, too. When the only Imperials they've ever known are soldiers. Yeah. Yeah, you'll end up judging an entire country and its people based on what its military and political head figures and stuff do. Unfortunately. Especially when you can't actually go there in person and see the situation for yourself. When you just hear about it from far away, yeah, it's easy to do that and pass judgment on an entire country and its people for what only a few are doing. Once we've seen the contingents on its way, I will return to my duties here in Alamigo. As many of our most capable will be traveling with you to Garlemald, we who remain will have to fight that much harder to make up the difference. But let no man say I do not welcome the challenge. Aye, this old bull isn't ready to hang up his horns yet. I neglected to mention earlier that we received a report from our troops that may be of interest to you. While engaged with the lunar primal, a great worm swooped down from the skies above and came to their aid. Tiamat. This worm is described as the spitting image of Tiamat. It seems she too continues to wage war against the Telophoroi. Good on her. With the knowledge that our allies will hold the line in our absence, we may devote our attention to the Ilsabardian front. Yeah. Like Gaius, I too stand accused of Varus's murder, though I am rather less recognizable on sight. Still, it's something to bear in mind once we reach Garlemald. Okay, noted. Excuse me. So that's Gaius Belsar. The horrors he must have seen. Many of his own making, I do not doubt. Yeah. we're all good now, but yeah. Can't forget what he did do while he was still loyal to the Garleans and all that stuff. But again, there's a new, bigger threat that's making us all come together, even with Garlemald mode. Go figure. Their people are in need of salvation now just as much as the rest of us. Heckneck withdraws from battle. Nice chocobo name. Alright, well, I know where I want to log out. But yeah, this is as far as we go, peeps. And yeah, what I was gonna say earlier, I still remembered. The thing I wanted to say before we even started Endwalker, but didn't really have the chance to. Wait, that's the confluent. Sorry, multitasking is not my forte. So, what I wanted to say, this was not a prediction of anything. It's nothing to do with the story at all. But yeah, something I wanted to mention back when I made my prediction, even though it's unrelated, about the things that were going to happen in general. I was going to say that when they said this was, you know, the grand finale for the original storyline of this game, and they were going to start a new one and start doing new things after Endwalker, starting with 6.1, not 7.0. 6.1 starts a new storyline, hence the patch name, Newfound Adventure. What was I going to say? Right, so because of that, and they said all this way before Endwalker was released, like back when it was announced, over a year ago now. One of the thoughts that came to my mind was, you know, the trailers. You've seen the main character, the Warrior of Light. He's changed a lot over the years, right? He's like we saw him from a very young, like almost adolescent looking dude. Back in 1.0, the 1.0 trailer. You go back and look at that. He's so young and fresh faced. And look at him now, like how he's changed over the years, how he's sort of aged and become more grizzled, more experienced, of course, because of everything that's happened. Everything that he's been through, essentially. And now, the way he looks in Shadowbringers and Endwalker, you know, he's got a very mature look, he's grizzled and all that stuff. The trailers basically tell his story, like, as a summary of the actual story being played in-game by you, the player, and your main character, the Warrior of Light, right? But, since 6.1 and beyond is like a fresh new start, I had the thought that wouldn't it be kind of cool if they actually changed the main character now? So, like, for the trailer for 7.0, it could be a completely new person. And my thought was also, why not change the gender? Make it a woman now. It just, you know, this is not something that I'm just like, oh, they should totally do this. You know, like, I really hope that they do. It's nothing like that. But it would be kind of nice and interesting. It kind of reminds me of, like, when people, for some reason, the weirdest franchise for them, for its fans to, you know, really clamor for this was, there was a while there when after GTA 5 came out, where its fan base, I saw this on Reddit and everywhere else, and some of them are still clamoring for this. They wanted to see a woman protagonist for the next GTA game. Which again, obviously I'm not opposed to the idea, but it does seem like a strange franchise to ask that for. It's like, of all the franchises you can think of, that's the one where you want to put a woman at the forefront. That's very interesting. I think it's probably because of how weird it is. That's probably how weird it would be, considering the nature of that game, and what you can do in it. Grand Theft Auto, the franchise, okay? I think that's probably why people were clamoring for it, because they were very interested to see how that would work out. But yeah, anyway, I digress. What I meant to say was basically that it would be kind of interesting if the next trailer they have, like, a chick now or something. Maybe even change the race, who knows? But yeah, it's just something that I think would be interesting and fascinating in its own way, if they did that. And the way they've sort of, it's been kind of subtle, kind of not. And I kind of like how they're doing it. The way they've sort of empowered women a little bit more in these later expansions. I feel like it would make sense to do that. Because, like, for example, one of the subtle things I saw was in Shadowbringers. You guys remember Lena? That was her name, right? From the Crystarium. Something she said in passing while we were doing the very first quest battle of that game when you first fight Ranjit and he kicks your ass, and then you go to Ilmeg from there. She said that the Yulmoran military is definitely a lot bigger and more intimidating than... As intimidating and as big as they say it was. The strongest military in Norgrant, right? In the first, basically. She said, but even so, she said, woman for woman, we're still a match for them. Right? And then we saw that, where they said the most powerful women in Eorzea are all together in the same room. The guy at the guard outside, how he told us that. I thought that was pretty nice. So I was like, you know, it's subtle, but it's there. The way they sort of take the time to actually, like, sort of bring attention to trying to empower women in some way, even if it's subtle and just here and there. It's still very nice. And so that's why, even before all that, I just kind of thought that. Going back to my original point, see, I keep rambling. I digress again. But it was kind of along the lines, so that's why I kind of went down that road. But it all just kind of brings me back to what I was saying. That when they first announced that they were starting a new storyline, I was like, you know, it'd be kind of neat and interesting if they actually changed the main character in the trailers. And it'd be even more interesting if they actually changed it to, like, a woman. You know? Regardless of whether they change the race or not. But, who knows if they'll ever do that or not. And like I said, to me it really won't, you know, it's whatever. It's just something I think would be kind of interesting and it'd be actually kind of cool. Like, it would be a positive thing, honestly. But it's not something that's gonna, like, make or break my impression of the next expansion's trailer or anything like that. At the end of the day, the Warrior of Light is your character, you know? It's whatever character you made. Your main character, that's them. The trailer is just, you know, what it is, but at the same time, the trailer does represent the game in a way. Especially to new players, because most times when a new expansion comes out, they do a lot of marketing for the game. For FF14 to try and grab new players too, not just, you know, they don't just make the trailers and all that just for the existing players, so I think it'd be kind of neat and interesting if they do that. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say. It'd be pretty cool if they make a woman protagonist for the trailers from here on out, but who knows what they'll actually do. We'll see. Because it also depends on how this ends, I guess. I don't know how this story's gonna end, but that'll also pretty much have to tie into how the torch is passed on if they do actually change the main character, regardless of whether there's a gender or race change or not. I think it's probably going to be heavily dependent on how the story ends, which I don't know yet, since I've been avoiding spoilers on purpose, obviously. So the sooner I get done with this, the sooner I'll find out if they actually will go in that direction or not, changing the main character for the trailers or not. We'll see. We'll see. So far, from the little, like, poster thing, the logo for patch 6.1 Newfound Adventure, it doesn't seem like they're gonna go down that road. But it would have been interesting anyway. And who knows? It's too early to say. 7.0 is still a very long way off. Especially now that patch cycles are like 4 months instead of 3, right? They've extended them. Anyway, yeah, I'm done rambling. I gotta go. But for those of you who stayed all the way to the end of my incessant rambling, I thank you all very much. I appreciate that you actually value what I have to say. And yeah, to all of you, you know, watching, I appreciate you all very much as well. Crimson, I'm pretty sure you've already gone to bed, but if you're still here, thank you very much for coming by to keep me company as I record these videos. And again, to all of you who stayed for my incessant rambling or just watched the videos and enjoyed them, thank you all very much. I appreciate all the support. As always, I gotta get myself comfy here. I always appreciate the support across both platforms, and as always, please take care of yourselves, look after each other, stay safe out there. Until next time, please have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night.